After I stopped socializing, stopped going out, and stopped being friends with just anyone, I started making millions of dollars in my business. So the real reason why I choose to not have many friends in my life is because truthfully, not a lot of people are worth my time. Now, I know that may sound harsh, but I am at a place in my life right now where my main focus is myself, my family, and growth in my business. A lot of people that I meet in my day-to-day life, we do not have those same dreams. We do not share the same goals, and we are on different levels of ambition. So if I were to use my time and hang out with people where I share nothing in common with, I am wasting my time. And these people will hold me back from where I need to go. I believe that you are the 5 people you are closest to. So think about the 5 people that you hang out with on the regular. Do you guys share the same goals? Do you have the same dreams? Do you share the same interests? Are you all wanting to make more money? Do you want to start successful businesses? Because if the answer is no, then I am sorry to break it to you, you are probably wasting your time with the wrong friends. Now, I am not telling you that if you drop all your friends, you will become a millionaire overnight. It's not that simple. But it does help when you have the right network of people to help you along the way. When I think about my top 5 friends in my network right now, these are people that I can go to help me solve a lot of problems. For example, I just launched a new business venture called Cash Flow Courses, where I teach people how to make money online by creating digital products. So I reached out to one of my old friends, and he is also doing something similar in the online space. This guy has made over $50 million online, and he is in my network. When I reached out to him, I told him to have a look at my sales funnel, have a look at my website, tell me what you think, be honest with me. He made a video for me and told me everything that I needed to improve. And I just know that if I were to listen to him and make these improvements, it is likely that I will make more money. And all that took was a 15-minute conversation. That is the power of surrounding yourself with the right people. So in my earlier 20s, I was always out there trying to make as many friends as possible with anyone and everyone. And holy crap, that was a waste of time. Back then, I worked a typical 9-to-5 job, and I was very unhappy with myself. I was unfulfilled, I was broke, I was living paycheck to paycheck. And I thought, okay, on the weekends, I have Saturday and Sunday off. Let's try to make friends with all these people and get invited to the next biggest event, the next biggest party, and whatever it is. I just wanted to fit in. I wanted to become popular because I felt like that was an escape from reality. Reality for me sucked. Reality was that I was broke, I was poor. And I thought, okay, if I were to be friends with as many people as possible, I can escape reality because these people were there for a good time. And that's what I realized with a lot of people that I meet in my day-to-day life. They are in it for a good time. They are not there to help you succeed. They are not there to provide you with more value or to help you get to that next level of success. So I always knew deep down I wanted to have a lot of money because money buys freedom. I wanted that financial freedom. But the more I hung out with these people, I noticed that our conversations had nothing to do with making money. It had nothing to do with starting businesses. It had nothing to do with financial freedom. All they talked about was gossip, or a good TV show, or the next big party that they are attending. And that's when I realized that none of those things mattered to me. None of that matters. It did not help me get further in life. So I started to distance myself. I started to think, okay, if I were to leave my circle of friends, how would my life look like? It would probably feel very lonely. And it did. I felt alone for the longest time. But when I was alone, when I distanced myself from the wrong group of friends, that is when shit started to happen. So during that time, I was able to fully focus on myself. I was able to live in reality and come to reality that, hey, look, I'm broke. I don't have a lot of money. And if I continue to party and be friends with just anyone and waste my time socializing with just anyone, the truth is, I would probably stay broke. I need to get out of that comfort zone and do something different and better for myself. So during that time, I was friends with my husband. This was before him and I got married. Obviously, before we got married, we were best friends. And him and I always shared the same ambition. And him and I always had the same dreams. We had the same goals, same ambition, and we wanted to do something for ourselves so we can get rich. That's when we came across an online business. That's when we had this crazy idea to start online businesses. We saw people online absolutely crushing it and becoming millionaires. So we thought, okay, what can we do so we can make a lot of money, have financial freedom, and one day start a family, buy a nice home, buy a nice car. I wanted all those things. So the first business that we started was an Amazon FBA business. We grew that business to 7 figures and then exited. We also had our online education business where I teach people how to make money online through a digital product. And we grew that business to over $13 million to date. That business is something that I am very passionate about right now in my life. And this is why I need to be extremely focused. I cannot be distracted and I cannot be friends with just anyone because I want to reach that next level of success. By the way, if you are someone looking to start a profitable online business with no product research, no managing inventory, no talking to suppliers, no warehouses, and none of that hard stuff, then I want to invite you to watch my free training in the YouTube description below. This is where I teach you my new cash flow e-learn ecosystem where you can create your own digital products and make money online much more simpler and faster. So going back to what I was saying, when my husband and I started our online businesses, I realized that I succeeded when I was with the right person. Obviously, he is the right person, and that is why we are married. But aside from that, we shared the same dream. We had the same goals, and every day we are working towards a better future. If I were to surround myself with people who are not on that same journey, I would not be where I am at today. Let's imagine I am going out there right now and being friends with just anyone down the block. That probably will not bring me much value. I would be unproductive. I would be spending my time talking with someone about things that don't matter. Which brings me to something else that I've noticed when you hang out with the wrong group of people. So back then, going back to when I was hanging out with the wrong people who only wanted to have a good time, all of our conversations were meaningless. If I were to replay some conversations I have with people who share nothing in common with me, it was a huge waste of time. If I compare those conversations with people who I am friends with today, the conversations look so different. For example, I have a friend who just moved back in town from Mexico. And right when he moved back in town, he messaged me and all we talked about was, hey, what are you working on these days? How is that new business going? What is your new offer like? How did you make so much money doing XYZ? What are some things that you can share with me so I can improve? The conversations are so different when you hang out with the right people. And I notice that when I have these conversations with the right group of friends, I can talk for hours. It never gets boring. There is never a dull moment. And within that period of time when we are talking, I always learn something new. I can always pick up something from our conversation, apply it to my business, and make more money instantly. That is the power of having the right group of friends. Now, I am not telling you to ditch all your friends and disappear tomorrow. Although that is what I did. But I only did that because I knew that those people were bad news. I do have some friends today in my personal life where we don't share a lot in common. We don't have the same dreams or share the same goals, but they are still my friends because we've been friends for many, many years. It's just I split my time differently with them than I do with these other friends that I know will help me get to that next level. So I spend less time with people that I have nothing in common with, And I spend majority of my time with people who I do have things in common with, who I know if I were to just start a conversation, we are talking about making money right away. We are talking about new strategies that we learned to build our business. We are talking about scaling. So those are the people that I spend majority of my time with. You will be shocked at who you can become and how many amazing things you can achieve when you focus on yourself and stop worrying about socializing, going out, and trying to be friends with everyone. This does not lead you to success, and it is a waste of time. I know it can feel a little uncomfortable and a little scary if you were to stop socializing, stop going out, and stop being friends with just anyone. But you need to think about your future. We all have that future that we want, and the only way to get there is by building connections with the right people who can help us get there.